What's up, Bam? Finna do some cooking. Oh, I know that. Praise me, the waters under the island. What you doing today? Well, I've been running. So now I'm home because I need to cook dinner for my husband. I've been running. But let me tell you what, girl. I've been running. But God been with me every step of the way. Just one blessing after the other. I don't care what I fell into. He pulled me out. And I had a bonus to go with it. What? I ain't even tell Rumble everything I done. Today. Oh my Lord. And things like that happen when you're trying to accomplish a lot. You know, you just running. I went over to the grocery store to buy some groceries for us because we didn't have anything in here. I couldn't even make him a smoothie or nothing this morning. So I ran out to the store and then I was looking at other stuff and then I got to the register and I didn't have my phone. Well, my phone has my payment method. So then I went into panic mode. Then I had to think about where I had been before I got to Meyer. So I thought I left it in the car, went to the car, came back, walked through the whole store. Then I went up to customer service and I said, did anybody turn in the phone? And praise God, somebody turned in my phone. I don't even know where I left the phone. I said, did they tell you where I left it? She said, no, ma'am. I'm like, I didn't tell her what about that. But anyway, like I said, God has been with me all day with my running around. And he's with me right now. I'm about to make this soup for Dr. Wood. This is a blood type A soup. So I was looking in my books, I was looking in my books. He loves soups. And so I said, I want to make him a soup. So I looked in the Cook Right for Your Type book. I looked at different soups in there. And then I went right back to this book just to see, you know, what vegetables he can have that are beneficial for him. So I'm making him a beneficial, if you will, soup. I'm not even including anything neutral. I don't believe I am. So I'm pretty excited about that. What you said, girl. So, the ingredients I have, I was looking for water here. I got it now. But the ingredients I have, I got some celery. We're going to have celery in there. I'm going to put some fennel in there. Fennel. I'm also going to put some broccoli. I have my fresh parsley. I have my organic rainbow carrots. I wanted the long ones with the leaves, but the bunches didn't have any purple in there. See how you got the purple carrots in here? This is the color I was looking for. And the kind of reddish orange ones, this is the color I was looking for. Okay? I got white mushrooms. Parsnip, turnip, white onion. Now, after I make the soup, I just may add a few chunks of tofu because tofu is definitely beneficial for Dr. Wood. And I may even add some edamame in there. I'm telling you, I'm gonna do this soup, okay? I'm gonna do it. Let me see if I got it. throw a little okra in here. But I do have some edamame. And all of those are beneficial, not only for him, but for me too. I thought about adding some cauliflower. He's able to have cauliflower. I'm not. I think I'm going to leave the cauliflower out. What you think? Okay. So, here's what I'm going to do. Cut everything I need. I need some of this fennel. Not the green part. I could garnish with it later. So you know what? I'll take a piece off. But the part of the fennel I want, the best part of the fennel, is right here, that white part. I'm just going to cut right down off the side, just like that. Okay? That's about all I'll need. So, get that sticky off of here. Put that in here. I don't have to rinse my carrots off. I will have to rinse this broccoli. So, and I'm going to rinse it real good. I don't have to do the bath because I am going to be making a soup. So, anything that's microbial, you know, germs, anything, is going to die in the hot water or the hot broth that I'm using. So, I need to wash this broccoli off. And I mean, let me see. I may not even need to use all this broccoli. A few more pieces. I don't think I need to use this broccoli. Alright, I'm also going to have some celery. So I think I'll do, I like to get those stalks on the inside because they're a lighter green and they're less fibrous. So I got me 2 stalks of celery. Everything I'm putting in the colander here has got to be rinsed off thoroughly. Okay? So, take this extra off of here. So I got 2 stalks of celery. I'll throw that in there. I've got my turnip here. My turnip. You don't cut that. And then we're going to peel it. Actually, you know, I'm just going to wash it and then I'll peel it. And then I have my parsnips here. I think I'll do 1 parsnip. I got my mushrooms. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 mushrooms ought to be good. Some parsley. I'm sure it needs rinsed. And the parsley be full of sand. You gotta clean the parsley off. So I got some parsley here, and then I got this onion. When I cut my onion, I like to rinse it, so I'm going to peel it. And then I'm going to rinse it with the rest of the veggies. I don't have to do my carrots. They're already clean. And I think that's it that needs to be rinsed off. So, I'm going to turn you this here way so you can follow me. I'm over here by the sink now. I'm over here by the sink. Clean up this. Okay. Put some of it in here. nice little cutting board off so we can chop up our rinsed vegetables. Put that back over here. All right. So we got, and put my books up here. We got, turn this way, just, okay, I got my bowl here, and I'm gonna rinse all these veggies really well. Starting with this onion. Onion skin has a lot of bacteria, so even after you cut your onion, you really should rinse it off. Okay, and then we got our turnip here. I may even leave the skin on the turnip. Just cut it up and leave the skin on there. Because I like the color. And that will be extra color going into the soup. I got my parsnip here. Parsnip. Fennel. Mushroom, some broccoli, there's another mushroom, and broccoli, more fennel, a couple of stalks of celery. This is going to be so yummy. There's the rest of my broccoli. I want to rinse off this parsley real good. These yellow leaves, you don't want those yellow leaves. We're going to get rid of those. So we got a fresh parsley here. A beautiful green parsley. And next we have the rest of our broccoli. Broccoli will probably go in last because I want it to be, you know, I don't want it to be falling to pieces. All right. So let's turn back around this way. We got all these beautiful vegetables. Yes, they are good and they are fresh. Just bought this stuff today. Okay, so let me get me a nice little knife here. One that I like to cut with. Now, I know most people, when they make their soups, they just throw the fresh raw vegetables in there in the stock. Me, I personally don't like to do that. I sweat my vegetables. So I saute them just a little bit before I put them inside the pot. And I'm going to do that with the fennel, the celery, and the onion. And I think the rest of it will be fine. But the fennel, the celery, and the onion, those more dense vegetables, I'm going to saute on parsnip. I'll probably saute that. And I will also saute these carrots. I'm trying not these purple ones. I'm trying real hard. So now I'm going to cut those up too. But let's get started here. So, celery. I like to take a few of the strings out. When you're cooking in the soup, it's okay. And this one, these stalks are not all that stringy, but so I break them and I take a little bit of the fiber out of the celery. Now, I could chop them up in little squares, but no, I'm not making chicken salad and like that. This is a soup. So I'm going to keep them. I'm going to thin slice them. And I'm just going to keep them that way, thin sliced. Okay. 2 stalks. You know, 2 stalks does not seem like much. But as you can see, it's quite a bit. Celery is very good and beneficial for Dr. Righr and myself. And bam, you probably know all this because you have the book. Eat right for your type. And of course, you know all these vegetables are mostly are more beneficial for you when they are raw. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and get some olive oil in this pan back here and let it start warming up. While it's warming up, I'll keep chopping these veggies. Okay, so there's my celery. All right, and next, let's do the parsnips. I'm going to peel the outer edge. Cut off the part that's been exposed. I'm going to peel it. It smells so good. Okay. And I think I'm going to cut it like that. Well, I don't know. Maybe I should just go do it like this. On the small end. Parsnips was mentioned in the cookbook in a soup. I'm not doing the soup that I saw in there the exact same way because it called for these winter squashes and stuff, and they're not in the store right now, so I had to improvise just a little bit. And I don't mind. I will improvise in a minute and create my own recipe. I do that quite often. I go with what I got and then I add something they didn't ask for. So we got parsnips in here. All right, and then we're going to do some fennel. I'm going to cut the core out. If y'all hear a chuckle, that's Reverend Woodard in there. He's chuckling. He's probably watching his favorite show, The Big Bang Theory. I tell him all the time, I said, you and, I can't think of his name. But he reminds me of Reverend Woodard a lot. So this is the fennel. I'm going to thin slice the fennel. Like this. I think this may be enough fennel. I cut another big piece off, but I think this right here is going to be plenty fennel. See that? So we got fennel in there. Fennel. And then we're going to do, let's do the onion. Do the onion. Cut this way. Cut that way. And then half the onion will be perfect. Okay. And I'm doing the coarse chop because I kind of like a chunky soup. I don't know about y'all, but I like a chunky soup. All right. Now this, since it's not going in till later. Okay. Good old turnips. This is going to be one savory soup. And the reason I want the colorful carrots is because you see a lot of the veggies I'm using are white, which is why I'm just leaving the purple on the turnip here. Leave it on there. I'm going to chunk it for texture. So like that. Like that. Now these are serious. They're making my eyes water. These turnips. Oh my goodness. Okay, so it's looking beautiful and bright right now. Then we're going to add some color. I'm going to try and get each color of the carrots here. I definitely want the purple ones. And these, oh, these are beautiful. They're like a reddish orange. And then you got your traditional orange carrots. I definitely want these purple ones. I want to add the, I really want them all, but. And these yellow ones too. Let's get these purple ones. Purple. And some of these red, orange ones. I'm going to have to invest in me some knives. This one is getting another dog. I heard that these carrots are super hard. Let me try this serrated knife. Yeah, it's better. Serrated knife is better. I got a yellow, a purple. I call these burnt orange. Those oranges, red ones. Burnt orange. And then we got to get some orange in there. Again, these are organic rainbow carrots. They're amazing just to eat right out the bag. And they have different levels of sweetness. I think the sweetest one may be that purple one. It could be wrong. Let me try. Yellow is the sweetest. And then purple probably next. Okay. I think that's enough. I'm going to put these in Runwood's lunch tomorrow. I'm going to put the rest of these in the soup. Oh, it's going to be so beautiful. The color. Okay. So, this oil should be getting hot. Man, a little bit more oil. Gather up my seasonings. So I've got a little soy sauce that's going to be added. I've got some Italian seasoning. Some more garlic powder. Onion powder. I'm going to bring the salt out, but I probably won't need it because... Oh, here's some oregano. Oregano is always good. Did I open it? Yep. Oregano is always good in soups. And of course, I have fresh garlic along with the garlic powder. I'm going to do fresh garlic too. I just smash those and put them in the pot kind of whole. And it's okay. So yeah, like here's one right here. I just lay it in there. There's another one. This is a couple of toes right here. And I'll smash it up a little more and throw it in the pot with the rest of the mixture. Let's see, let me get one more. These can go back. Fresh garlic and garlic powder. I don't care. I love garlic. But the fresh garlic is, of course, gives it a really good flavor. And then the extra garlic it's good too. Okay. So I'm going to set this over here. And I want this pan to get hot before I start adding in this other stuff. This over here. There. All this in here. Like that. All right. Okay, so I think we just may be ready. And we were. Okay, so I got those simmering on a little bit of a high. I'm going to go ahead and add some of these. Okay, that was oregano. This is garlic powder, oregano powder, onion powder, Italian seasoning, and just a pinch of salt to help tenderize the vegetables. This is going to be amazing. All right. I'm going to put a lid on that so that they can sweat. The other thing I'm going to be using I don't know if you're all familiar with Halo broths, Ocean's Halo. So I have a miso broth here. Miso is beneficial for us. And a no chicken broth. So it has flavored chicken, but it's not from chicken. And so that's important for us as well. Right, and so the brand is Halo, and I had extra bonus today because I had coupons where you buy one, get the other one free. So I'm going to mix the two. I'm going to do a little bit of miso and a little bit of this not chicken broth, okay, to put all the fresh vegetables inside of. So what I'm going to do over here is I'm going to pour 2 cups of each into the pot. So 2 cups of this one. Look at the richness. This is that miso. Honey, this is good stuff. So we got 2 cups of miso. And then 2 cups of the no chicken broth. And you can see that it's not like miso, it's clear. It has a clearer look to it. So we got 2 cups of that. Now, to that, that, I'm going to add some of this vegan Better Than Bouillon sauce. It's very thick. It's premium. Seasoned vegetable base is what it is. And it has quite a bit of salt in it, which is why I didn't use a lot of salt on these vegetables. But it's dark in texture, but these are ground up vegetables, and that you use it for a base in your soups and other things. So I'm going to start with a tablespoon of it, and if I need to add more I will, but I'll start with a tablespoon. And that seems like it's a lot too. But here's the thing. I start with a tablespoon. Make sure I get it all in there. And with a tablespoon of that, I'm going to add an entire bottle of spring water. Because that base is to make really a broth. Okay, so I'm going to add an entire bottle. Of spring water. Yes. I'm going to go ahead and start heating up this broth that all these wonderful veggies are going to be going with. And oh my goodness. Look at these veggies. Look at the color. I wish you could smell it. It smells amazing. Now, I do have a lot of veggies, so I may end up adding more broth. But I just want to get some broth already boiling up and ready, okay? While these are still simmering and steaming, Beverly's going to chop up some of this parsley and some of these mushrooms. I think I'm going to leave the broccoli florets kind of like they are. And I think I do want to add some tofu in there because tofu is very good, very beneficial for Dr. Woodard. And it's good for me too, but very beneficial for him because he doesn't eat animal protein. So he needs all kind of sources of protein. He'll eat, some salmon or cod, and occasionally a little bit of smoked turkey. But he is really adamant about not eating that meat. So I have to find ways for him to make sure he's getting, because of our age, as we get older, we need more protein. But the saying out there is, people think that you can only get protein from meat, but that's not true. And if your gut biome is blood type A, then it's going to take you too long to even digest meat for it to even be beneficial to you. But my gut biome is different because I'm O, which means I have a greater amount of acid in my stomach than Dr. Woodard does. So, whereas my gut will get rid of some meat as long as I don't eat it with rice, potatoes. I'm not even supposed to have potatoes. And you don't eat meat with bread. Even though I can have meat, I have to be careful what I eat it with. If I do a hamburger patty, that's fine. But if I put the bread on it, that's not good. I won't be able to digest it. What people don't understand is that a baked potato with a steak makes it very difficult for you to digest that steak. But if you just eat that steak with like some fresh pineapple or a nice kale salad on the side, you're good. You good, okay? So, they had some grass-fed ground round on sale today at Meijer. So I got like 3 packs of that. And I think I'm going to make me a meatloaf. And baby, I made meatloaf for the residents at the recovery house that my daughter runs. And so some of the fellas, every now and then we'll give them a hot meal. And so I made meatloaf for them one time. And I mean, they 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 definitely wanted more, but like I said, we occasionally give them the hot meals. It's not a regular thing. It's like a treat, if you will. Because many of them cook themselves, and so what we don't want is for food to go to waste. Not that my food would go to waste, but we don't want nobody's food to go to waste. So occasionally we go over there, check the fridge. If the guys have got the fridge stocked up, then it's like, no, I won't be doing a meal this week. Because y'all need to get rid of the food that's in this refrigerator. So I'm doing that mushrooms chunky. Because I like a chunky soup. Okay, so that's my mushrooms, the parsley. I may cut up the broccoli just a little bit more. Like these florets, just a little smaller. Not too small. Okay, I think that's good. Put this fennel over here. And put that over there. Okay. All right, I'm gonna put this right there. That mushroom was good. Okay. So we're getting the broth going. Look at that. Just a beautiful color. Beautiful color. This is going to be so amazing. I'm going to let it steam some more. I'm going to add a few pieces of okra, some edamame. This soup is going to be legit. Too legit to quit. I'm almost tempted to make him a pan of cornbread. Because he can have a little corn. So that means he can have cornmeal. I don't like to give it to him. Oh, you know what? I got a better idea. Instead of making a pan of cornbread, I've got some Ancient Harvest organic polenta, which is nothing but mush. I'll slice it and fry it in some ghee. Some ghee, and this ghee has pink Himalayan salt in it, and I may add like a little garlic powder and some Italian seasoning, and that'll be good with the soup. Just fry this up, okay? Let's see how we're doing back here. I gotta see what this broth is gonna be tasting like. Let me see. We definitely gonna need some more of this. And I'll probably end up adding more broth as well. So now, let's throw the rest of these veggies in here. Everything except the broccoli. Broccoli is going to be the very last thing I put in. And I just may add broccoli directly to the soup and not even try to saute it. But I've now got my mushrooms in here, the parsley, it looks beautiful and colorful. Okay, so now I'm going to slide this boiling pot over here. Turn this up. Because I'm getting ready to put all these veggies inside of here. So, I think I may bring it a little closer. Let's see if I can. Without tearing up anything. Okay, yeah. I can bring it a little closer to the pot right here. Okay, so right here by the pot. Is that better? Good. Okay. All right. So I'm trying to wait till it comes to a boil before I put anything in there. I'm going to go ahead and add some more of this, not chicken broth, because I just think I'm going to need a little more broth. Alright, so let that come to a boil. Start putting some of this stuff away. Okay, it looks like it's coming to a boil. Put these seasons over here because I never know what I'm going to add. I forgot my garlic. I need to go ahead and add the garlic. I just kind of finished crushing it between my fingers. I smashed it with the knife. That would need to be smashed just a little bit more. That breaks open the flavor when you smash it like that. And you just put it in there. All right. So where is the tofu? Where is the tofu? Okay, so this is the kind of tofu I use because I slice it and I fry it in ghee and season it with soy sauce and liquid smoke. And then after I kind of sear it on both sides, I let it simmer in the pan, and then I add white onion, thin sliced white onion, and fresh kale. And so Dr. Woodard loves that for breakfast. So he has fresh kale sauteed with onions and this tofu laid on top. And then I give him a bowl of fresh fruit with silk vanilla yogurt, and it is soy based. So I know you're all saying, sister, what are you using? A lot of soy. Blood type A people need soy. Soy is their friend. Okay, so I find myself trying to find everything that has soy in it that he may like, that's delicious. So we have to, hi, Truth Seeker. So you're A type, yeah, you need, soy is your friend. It doesn't matter whether you're A negative or A positive. And you'll find that out if you get the book, that it's not the positive and negative is of no consequence. Okay, it's whether you're A, B, O. Okay, I think those are the ones. All right, so this is delicious over some fruit. I'm not playing with you. Okay, so. All right, so we're boiling. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to take all these fresh veggies and I'm going to put them in there and let the boil continue. Yeah, where's my spoon? I want to do my spoon. Here it is. Okay. Let the boiling continue. That looks so delicious. Okay, we'll put this back over here. I'm going to let that keep. Okay, so back to the tofu. So this is the kind I buy organic tofu, super firm. Super firm because of the way I cook it. I like super firm. And super firm is good if you're going to put it in soup. Because here it is outside the package and it is super firm. And what I do is I just cut it into small chunks and I throw it in the soup. Okay. Now, um, the other tofu is silken tofu. You can do silken tofu just like you would an egg scramble. And it's most times a great substitute for eggs. A great substitute for ricotta cheese if you want to make a lasagna and you don't want any meat in it. Silken tofu can take the place of ricotta cheese. Just as easy. Eliminate the cheese from the lasagna or wherever you want to put it. But you can scramble silken tofu like you would an egg. Okay, but so this is just a small block of tofu, and I'm going to cut this up into small pieces. We're going to add this to the soup as well. All right, it's boiling, it's simmering. We're going to let it do that with the lid on. Oh, where's my lid? Must be still in the dishwasher. Is it? I'm moving this forward, y'all. Dishwasher. Okay. So we're going to put the top right on there and let that continue to simmer. I'm going to back you up. And back us back up. Move my camera back. That. So that we're back to this desktop right here. All right, so now we're going to cut up this tofu into small chunks. I'm going to add the tofu and the broccoli to the soup here shortly. No, don't want this knife. It's kind of a big knife. So I'm just going to go this way first. So they're like half-inch pieces like that. Okay, so I go that way first. Then I turn it right side up and go right down the middle. And you can see this tofu is very firm. Okay, and then go across this, go vertically. So I went horizontally and now I'm going vertically. So now I've got all these wonderful chunks of tofu. And I have just grown accustomed to tofu. I'll pop it in my mouth in a minute. There it is. Tofu. Okay. Now let's see how we're doing here. My carrots are going to be the tester. When they get tender, you know you're good. Okay. I gotta taste my broth and make sure this broth is on point. This really isn't a spoon, it's a measuring spoon, but hey, it works. Wonderful broth. Now to that broth, I'm going to add soy sauce. And I think I'm doing about maybe like a fourth of a cup. Stir that up like that. Add more garlic powder. You can't never get enough of garlic. Okay. More Italian seasoning. Of course, you got your fresh parsley in there as well. And some more onion powder. Keep. Taste it again. Stir it. I gotta wait till it get to that good. Okay, so I'll keep tasting it till I get to where I want it. Yes, indeed. Got it to where I want it. Don't want it to be too salty. As it simmers, the most I may add just a little bit more of the better than bouillon paste, but really, really, it tastes amazing, just like it is now. Now I'm checking out these vegetables. See which ones are tender. Okay, that's tender. That's the turnip. And the turnip is tender. So we're gonna let it boil. Come back to a boil. I'm gonna add some edamame, which is highly beneficial for blood type A people because of the amount of protein. I never use tofu. Girl, you better get some tofu. But I don't know that you all need tofu. What is Romney? Is he A or O? If he's A, he needs my Christ blessed the meal. May Christ bless the meal. Thank you, Tony. Thank you. Christ will bless this meal because I bless all the food I eat. Oh, so he's A. You need to learn how to do some tofu for Romney. I know y'all not tofu people, but we weren't either. But we now are. We are now. I'm going to tell you what, that fried tofu, that simmered tofu and ghee is absolutely delicious with the sauteed kale and onions over it. Oh, it's delicious. Different foods are good for different blood types. Yes. Who is this joining me? Absolutely. And these are my two books. My two food Bibles for me and my husband. Yes, all of us. And this is why certain diets work for certain people. And you find that when people go on these keto diets or all these other diets, or even a vegan diet, it works extremely well for them. And some people, it doesn't do a thing. It's because of their blood types. Me and my husband went strictly vegan when he had 93% blockage. Strictly vegan. We didn't eat anything with eyes, mouth, or a mother. Okay? And just by doing that, we dropped 20 pounds in like 2 weeks. Okay? But I kind of stayed where I had plateaued off. Whereas he went back to the doctor and went from 93% blockage to 73%. So that means no stent, no Coumadin, no medications, and neither of us are on medication. Even right now, we're not. Praise God. Okay? But it's attributed to the way we eat. And so the vegan diet was working excellent for him. It did well for me, but it worked excellent for him because he's blood type A. He is a cultivator. I, blood type O, am a hunter and a gatherer. I was missing out on the animal protein in my diet. So I don't know who that was. I can't pronounce your name. But yes, different foods are good for different blood types. Absolutely. Get this book. 4 blood types, 4 diets. Okay? Eat right for your type. Wondering why you're sick and you taking the medicine and you're doing what the doctor tells you to do, somewhat, with your diet, but you're still on medication. Something not adding up. Okay? So I say, like my Aunt Alma, she's the only surviving sibling of my daddy's siblings now. She's the last one. The baby girl just passed away. We just buried her. But she always tells us, when we talk about we're sick, we got to go to surgery and all, she says, you can go to doctors. She says, I'm not trying to badmouth doctors. She said, but I guarantee you, you need to look at what you're eating. Because we are what we eat, folks. And God wants us to be, He wants our souls to be in health, and He wants our bodies to be in health as well. Okay? Good evening, Albert Michael. You are so welcome. In fact, I am thrilled that you now have this information. Because I was thrilled when I got it. Okay? All right, so I'm going to add about, how much edamame do I want? Maybe about 3/4 cup. 3/4 cup edamame. Put it in there. It's going to slow down the boiling a little bit. That's okay. And then I'm going to go ahead and put this extra firm tofu in there. Let it come back up to a boil. And then we're going to add our broccoli. Okay? This soup is going to be amazing. All these ingredients in here that I put in here are all beneficial for blood type A people. Okay? So put this over here. I said I may put some okra in there. I think maybe not. I'll pass on the okra. I'll save the okra for when I do those black eyed peas, which are very beneficial for blood type A and blood type O. I gotta get all my veggies over here to the side. I have to put them all away. My frozen edamame needs to go back in the freezer. Extra parsley here. Uh-oh. Okay, this is extra fennel. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to put these veggies because I'll probably end up chopping them up, putting them in something else. Like, I put fennel in my tuna salad. Fennel. And I also juice with it. Fennel is, look up fennel and see how many nutrients are in fennel. And why you need to ingest fennel. Google it. Just Google it. Okay. This stuff is looking so good. Okay, we got everything in here. Except for the broccoli. But here it comes. I put the broccoli last because I don't want it falling to pieces in the soup. Another way you could add more protein to this soup is you could add Great Northern beans, you could add black beans, and then just make it into almost a minestrone. But the one thing about minestrone is minestrone has pasta in it, and there ain't no pasta in this, and there's not going to be no pasta in it. We try and stay away from all wheat products. Okay, bread, wheat products. They're not good for our gut. Neither one of us, A or O. Okay? And you'd be surprised at what wheat is found in many of your processed foods, especially the snacks that we give our children are loaded with wheat. And I just tend to think that's the rise of all this ADHD and all these other things is because of what our kids are ingesting. Also, chicken that has 10 times the estrogen of a female. And none of us need that much estrogen, especially women who are dealing with any type of cancer, because estrogen feeds cancer. So if you're a cancer patient or you are a cancer survivor, I would run away from chicken. I'm just saying. Yo, this looks so beautiful. I almost want to, okay, so this is what I'm going to do. This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to move all this over here. I put my knives to the side. I don't ever put my knives down in the water, because if you reach your hand down in there and grab something, you're going to cut your hand. So don't put knives down in the water. Okay. I'm going to bring this back out here like that. And we're going to get close to the pot so you can see what we got going on here. All right. You can see. Look at that beautiful soup. Look at that. You see the little pieces of tofu? Let me do this. Let me do this. I'm going to hold the bowl underneath it, bring it closer to you. So I'm trying to get everything that's in here in one spoonful, so you can see how beautiful this soup looks. Look at that. Look at that burnt orange carrot right there. Y'all, me and Ron finna tear this up. Now I want to taste the broth one more time. I'm going to do it the old-fashioned way. This is how my grandmother used to cool off her coffee. Of course, she would have a saucer. She would pour a little bit of the coffee in the saucer, swish it around like that, and it cools it off. Like that, and then you sip it. Oh my goodness. Absolutely delicious. I think what I want to do is add a little more soy sauce. This is going to be amazing. I wished I had some cooked quinoa to put it over. Oh my goodness. Cooked quinoa with this? Absolutely amazing. So the next thing I have to prepare to do is I got to prepare to fry up my polenta. Okay. But I'm not going to keep you for that. I'm going to let you go. Because I need to do some cleaning up before I start frying anything else. And then me and Dr. Richard are going to sit down and enjoy this meal. And that's going to be it for us today. Okay? So I love you guys. Thank you for joining me. Be in good health. Try to prepare intentional cuisine. Intentional cuisine. What do you mean, sister, when you say cook something that is going to be good for you and beneficial for you? That's intentional cuisine. You got cuisine and you got intentional cuisine. Okay. What I said. So love you guys. Thank you for joining me. I'll see you on the next live. Bye-bye.